to take. Octopath Traveler II, February 24th, 2023. Embark on an adventure all your own. Demo now available.
It is our purpose to extend a helping hand to all those in need.
I know what I want. I want to be free.
But I ask you, do you not wish to know the truth?
The fun is just getting started.
I'm sure everyone is just as excited as I am about the launch of the demo for Octopath Traveler 2. My name is Catherine, and I am joined by the amazing, wonderful Donnell.
Two times.
This is your first time on a stream, isn't it?
This is my first time. So hi, chat. Just wanted to say hi. This is my first time. I'm Donnell. I'm the marketing manager for Octopath Traveler 2. Super excited to show you guys some really exclusive first look gameplay. That's a little bit outside the demo, but don't worry, no spoilers.
Okay.
Nothing that's gonna really ruin your gameplay once you actually play the full game.
We're keeping it very, very high level here. The chat is very excited to meet you. It's so wonderful to have you with us today. Folks, we are celebrating Octopath Traveler 2, and of course, it wouldn't be a Square Enix stream without some giveaways. And we actually have some really cool giveaways today, folks. We're going to be doing 2 different sets of giveaways, so make sure you listen for when we announce them, but I'll give you a sneak peek. We're giving away 3 standard edition digital codes for your platform of choice. That's going to be either PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, or Steam. But we're also giving away 1 grand prize, collector's edition. We actually have one that we'd love to kind of show off here. It's a beauty. You want to tell us a little bit about the collector's edition?
Yeah, so with the collector's edition, you will be receiving a wonderful art album and the the CD track of all the epic battle tracks. So it's
cool.
Usually the tracks that I put on when working out, giving that intensity that I like to.
24 tracks on this one, folks. 24 tracks.
Absolutely. And then we also have on the screen, you can see the figures, the bust figurines. So of all the characters, you get them all, and then also the game as well. So.
The game as well. So yeah, so that's going to be for PlayStation or Switch for the collector's edition box. So you get the whole thing. We have the statues as well. We can take a look at those real quick.
Take a little close up.
Yeah. These are really cool, folks. Busts of all the characters here, and they are here. So if there's any that you want to take a look at closely.
It's not a picture, it's actually real.
Let's grab Ochette so we can get a closer look.
A little blurry
there, but I mean these are really pretty, folks. So, and you get all of the characters, so it'll be very exciting. We're super excited to give this away. The collector's edition is also available for pre-order as well on the Square Enix store. So definitely check that out. But first things first, before we get into all the fun of that, we actually have a very exclusive first look at a character that we haven't actually seen a lot of so far, and that is Hikari.
Yes. So Hikari, of course, is the warrior. Right now, we're a little bit beyond, I believe, the prologue in chapter 1, where we have recruited our fellow traveler, Partitio. So we're in the town. It's in his town called Orshrush. As you can see, right now it's in the daytime, and this is sort of one of the features that is new to the Octopath Traveler series. So we can actually change time. As you can see, it is now nighttime. And with that, it changes the NPCs. It looks beautiful.
Yeah.
The music changes, as well as certain characters start, which you'll see. Even our overlay, we just turned into night. So we're actually in the world, Catherine.
Something cool I want to point out about the transition from day to night. Your characters also have, path actions, which we saw in the original Octopath Traveler, but you have daytime path actions as well as nighttime path actions. So you really can kind of do a lot more with your characters and kind of explore this world that way. It's really, really fun.
Yeah, and right now we're talking to Partitio's dad, Paps, who, as you can see right now, since we're in the nighttime, Hikari's sort of path action is bribe, and in the daytime he can challenge people and do a little duel. But in the nighttime we have bride, and then if you can go to the Partitio, Partitio can also do.
Interesting.
Sorry. Oh my God, I'm blanking in the moment.
There's so many different path actions, so it's definitely tricky to remember which ones are for your daytime and which are your nighttime ones. But you might notice too, I do have to give a special shout out to our friend behind the curtain, Christian, who is controlling Hikari with us right now. Yes.
And just to go back on, Partitio is purchased at night. So hire at night and purchase in the daytime. So
the chat wants to know if they can change day and night at their own leisure.
they can. So look at that. We're now back into the daytime just like that. The day and night cycle also changes automatically. So
it
is, you don't have to change if you want and have it just more natural sort of transition. But it is really fun to kind of explore and see all the new things from day to night.
And also too, like you might be able to access certain locations depending on the time of day, right? So say if you have a path action like ambush, for example, you can knock your townsperson unconscious, and then maybe you can access that building that you couldn't before. So you really can use these different path actions to your advantage.
And so right now, we, as you can see, we found a beautiful chest, which is always cool when you explore. And I think that's what the reward in itself is. When you explore every corner of the world, you find these items that are very helpful on your journey.
And on the subject of exploration, I'm sure many of you that have been playing the demo already have noticed there's actually different ways of exploring that were not present in the original Octopath Traveler game. You can now use canoes, right? So you can travel bodies of water. So there's definitely lots to explore. You can get to places you never got to before, which is really neat. I did see a few people asking, you do not need to play the original Octopath Traveler to enjoy Octopath Traveler 2, which is really awesome.
Absolutely. It's like the main thing that we always try to tell that message is if you're new to the game, you've never even heard of Octopath Traveler, you don't have to start from the first one. You can jump right into the second one, and really it's an all new world, an all new set of travelers, all new sets of stories, and a lot of improvements. So I feel like, if it's your first time, start with 2, and of course you're gonna love it. Then start exploring the other series and go back.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree with Leash in the chat here. You should definitely play the original. It is a wonderful game. So highly, highly recommend that one as well. So there are a lot of new features. We haven't quite gotten to, battles per se, but there are some new features there as we're entering one right now. Do you want to talk about that, Doug?
Yeah, so currently right now we're in a duel right now with the town folks with Hikari's path action. As you can see, it's pretty similar. The same system is in place. We have the break and boost system, as you can see. The only way to lower the shield point is to hit them with a weakness. So right now, we're still discovering where his weakness is. Obviously, swords and attacks are not really his weakness.
No, we haven't hit it yet, huh?
Yeah, so he's going to keep attacking back and forth. But once we find that weakness, the shield points will go down to 0. It leads them into a daze, being vulnerable to your next powerful attack. And from there, you can, of course, strategize a little bit more and figure out when's the right timing to break it, because some enemies will be able to do their ultimate attack, but if you can break it before they do it on their turn, it gives you that chance of opening, and then it's reset. They lose a turn, and
nice.
And it's great.
Yeah, if you can combine breaking an enemy as well as using your latent power, I feel like you can get a really strong advantage in battle.
Absolutely. And we should probably go outside town, since you guys sort of got the basic intro, start getting into some intense battles. We're actually going to probably head over and pick up recruit Agnia, who's in the Leaf land. So let's head on over and travel. As you can see again, it's more dynamic
It's
with the
so
camera,
beautiful.
and it just opens up to show how beautiful the artwork is, the style of Octopath. So right now we have an enemy. Seems like we already know what one of its weakness is, but one of Hikari's latent power is Shadow's Hold, which is pretty much, as you can see, you can have sort of options to sort of attack. So we'll probably use this one right there just to kind of show a really cool effect. And there's like
Nice.
3D elements in there that's improved in the graphics. So it's that nice blend of like 2D HD with 3D CGI.
Yeah, the chat is noticing that the combat just looks so much more lush and animated. It's really well done.
Yeah.
It's really, really well done. I do want to talk a little bit, though, about the battle system, of course, because I know everyone's curious. So there are various job skills, right, that your characters can learn. You use a system called job points, or a JP, to learn those new skills. And the cool thing about it is you can actually learn them in any order you so choose. So you kind of have some flexibility to really make the fight style your own.
Yes, as you can see on screen, there's a certain amount of job skills for your primary job. But of course, just like in the original, we have secondary jobs. And those secondary jobs you can add with a merchant, the dancer. But of course, there's more jobs, and I can't spoil all of them. I want you guys to play the game. But I can say there's 2 new jobs, which is inventor and a shaman.
Ooh, nice.
And
So
there's many more. So
many
that's
more to
just
explore. So
a little.
make sure you're talking to all the various townspeople. You never know. Maybe you'll get a special proof or something that you
exactly.
can change to get a secondary job. You never know.
Yeah. And right now we see Partitio and his latent power. So he has a really cool power where he can sort of unleash his bow attack. And as you can see, we're actually boosting. So boosting is depending on how many boost points you have. And that sort of happens currently when you just take hits or as the turns go by.
Yeah, you can see it. It's that circle that's over by your character's BP, their battle points right there.
And then from there, as you can see, when you go for the max amount, you get this really dynamic, really epic an attack that never gets old. I always love it. I just can't wait to see it. And if you just do it with the normal attacks, you get multiple hits. And it varies from the character. So if you have a support like Agnia, and you do her skills with the boost attack, it actually extends the duration of those special effects. So there's a lot to it that I'm excited to explore and gather. And
Christian's playing just like me, going after the treasure chest. I explore every nook and cranny. So that's exactly, and that's kind of the fun thing about this game too, right? There are directional signs here and there, and of course you can open up your world map, but like you kind of have a free reign.
Yeah, exactly. And we're about to go as you saw the screen right there, there's special effects. So you'll see if there's an enemy that attacks you that slows you down or has your lower defense or attack, that can be brought up so you know, what do I have? There's a nice little thing. There's also,
look at
the
this.
new thing is summoning. So Partitio can hire people, and so you can summon sort of the town people to help you on your battle. And that's really fun. You see, pops in, providing a little bit of first aid just to give a little health. And then he's in there helping you fight these monsters. What a true and loyal townsperson.
I know. It's always great being able to recruit the other characters to kind of help out there, for sure.
Yeah, it does get tough as you get further down in the game. So you should have utilized that.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. And, of course, too, there's also a lot of side quests in this game as well.
Yep.
For my fellow chest finding and side quest enthusiasts. Another great way of boosting up your characters as well.
And currently, I think we're about to, we're going to get on little canoes. So this is one of the new little features that just opens up the world to more exploration.
Fun.
And it's very cute that everyone gets
I
their
love
own
it. They all get their own
canoe.
canoe.
And they
It's
sort of
so
go
great.
on. The water's effect is beautiful, and that's again part of that pixelated HD 2D with 3D CG mixed in really well, and it just heightens up everything, and it's amazing. And as you can see, we even in the battle scenes, you're still on your canoe.
That's great.
Which is
They've got great balance. I have to, you know what I mean? Like the fact that Hikari and Partitio are able to swing their weapons and still balance on this canoe is very, very impressive.
Yeah.
For those that are wondering, of course, you can fast travel, right? But only to towns that you've been to before.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Can the enemies sink your canoes?
No.
No.
I mean, they can down you, and you'll go down. But that canoe is sturdy.
The canoe will live on.
Yeah.
Yeah, the canoe will live on, even if we don't.
I also wanted to point out, too, in the battle system that's also new, is that you can actually speed up the battle. So if you for those fellow speedrunners out there who are trying to hit, you can easily toggle it to ×2. And then you can also skip and fast forward through story elements, which you don't want to do the first time.
No, you got to experience it, right?
Yeah, you got to experience the wonderful voice acting. There's more voice acting
so good
for all these characters. There's more music. It's just, everything is better.
And you can dash throughout the world as well, again, for our speedrunners that want to go fast. However, your chance of encountering enemies skyrockets. So maybe that's a good strategy, right? I know for me, when I was playing through, I was doing that because I was trying to grind and level up a little bit.
Yep.
So that could be a good tactic to throw in your tool belt.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, very, very fun.
Yeah,
everyone's just commenting on how gorgeous the effects look in battle. I mean, it's just so beautiful. So I'm really excited too about whoever ends up winning the collector's edition, because the art book also has some gorgeous art of all the characters, and I want to give you a sneak peek, but I don't know if I should give you a sneak peek. I'll give you a sneak peek.
Look at that. That's beautiful. Beautiful.
But truly, yes, the game is gorgeous. The encounter rate goes up because of your running, to answer that question in the chat. Yeah, so it's based on you speeding up your run. So if you are using the dash button, more encounters will come your way.
Yeah. And also, when you switch to from the day to night, you also get new enemies. And sometimes the enemies at night are a little bit tougher. So you got to sort of plan out a little bit of your attempt to really challenge yourself, because sometimes at night, they're a little bit harder, they're a little bit more scarier, and that's how a little bit more of the strategy comes in.
Yes, these are all new characters in this game, folks. And so again, you don't need to play Octopath Traveler 1 to enjoy Octopath Traveler 2. Of course, I'm going to recommend playing Octopath Traveler 1 because it's a great game, but please feel free to jump on in on this new adventure. It's really, really fun.
Yeah, if you're a very, and probably that's why you're here in the chat, a fan of classic JRPGs, this is sort of like a love letter to that.
Yeah.
We're taking what we loved about it and giving it a modern twist to it. So I think, again, you can easily jump into this, fall in love with the characters, and then want more. And then that's when you're going to go into your mode of, I need more Octopath Travelers.
Yeah, we are playing on Steam at the moment, folks. For those of you that are watching on Steam, hello. Want to give our friends over on Steam a shout out as well.
Absolutely.
Chat wants to know if they get more experience points fighting monsters at night versus daytime.
That's a great question. It depends on the level of the monster, of course. If you're fighting something a little bit tougher, you're going to get a little bit more XP than the daytime. So it all sort of varies on where you're at in the location and what time the day it is.
Yeah. So again, if the monster has a higher level, then of course that's going to wield more points. If you're a lower level, right?
Yep.
But as Donnell was mentioning, higher level monsters appear at night. So
Yeah.
I'm taking notes in my head for my ultimate level up strategy. But I have to tell the chat this truth, everyone. I just need you to know that before approaching the first boss, I suppose, in my playthrough, I leveled up my character all the way to 20 just because I was on a mission. So I'm very passionate about that.
Yeah. I feel like for me, I always try to do all the side quests.
Yes.
I prepare myself so much for the boss. But for the prologue, if you do check out the demo, which is available on PlayStation, Switch, and Steam, don't worry, it's not super hard. You can kind of go through it and get everything of the storyline, which will show. But currently, I just want to point out we're in Leafland, where Agnia
we've
is.
just met a new character, Agnia.
Agnia, yes. And so we're on. We're currently going to try to recruit her and
Yes,
see
please.
if she wants to join our adventure.
Agnia is our dancer.
Yep.
Super, super cute. Very excited to see where her journey takes her. A lot of folks in the chat were mentioning that they were looking forward to her. So this is kind of cool.
She's the support character that's going to help boost your attacks or your defense. But with the right other job, she can actually do some like deadly attacks. So you can choose. It's like that open freedom of like what traveler you're sort of setting up to be.
Donnell, does the same this demo saves carry over to the full edition of the game?
It does.
Hey.
So you can play the 3-hour sort of limit and sort of go around learning all the prologue, and you can transfer your save file over to the full game. So you're not sort of starting all over again through the prologue.
I love it.
And I just want to point out also, Agnia sort of has 2 packs path action. In the daytime, it's Allure, which summons people to support in battle, and Entreat, which sort of attains items from people. It sort of give a little charm. And speaking of path action, Catherine, if you were in Octopath Traveler 2, what would your path actions be?
Oh, this is so tough. I feel like daytime would probably be...
I'm a great dancer. You won't regret this.
I know what my nighttime one is.
Okay.
I've been trying to think about my daytime one. I'm having the hardest time thinking about that one. I was going to say Allure, but I figured we were going to look at Agnia. Charm townspeople into following you around. I think that would be mine. That is a real one in the Octopath universe. I grew up as a dancer, so I feel like I related a lot to Primrose and Agnia's, right? But I think my nighttime one is a made-up one, and it would be like wine serving. So I would serve wine to the townsperson to gain information.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Get them a little
Get them a little loose.
and then the lips start being loose too. And
How about you?
for me, I think my nighttime would be cooking.
Yeah,
I love to cook
that's a good one.
for like dinner. So I think I would cook just to kind of gain their trust and gain information.
Sure.
A good conversation.
Yeah.
And then in the daytime, I think I would just tell really bad jokes that people would feel sorry for me, that they would want to help on my battle. To be like, oh, this guy can't survive. We got to go with him. With that type of jokes,
Those are good.
Not good.
But I feel like though, like in the game, I really like the ambush one, but mostly because again, I really like exploring, and a lot of times there's characters that are blocking the door, and I'm like, I bet there's a treasure chest behind that door. So I'm sorry, friend. I gotta have you take a nap here, and let me get that treasure chest for sure.
Speaking of treasures, should we do a giveaway?
Speaking of treasures, indeed, what a fantastic segue. Folks, let's go ahead and open up the sweepstakes for our 3 standard edition digital codes for the platform of your choice. For a full list of rules, type !rules in the chat, and to enter, type #sweepstakes. Good luck. Get those entries in, folks.
Yep.
Well, here it comes.
I just want to call out, one chat said, or I tell bad jokes that they want to fight me. So
that's
would also be good too.
Hey, but you know what? Some of
I learn a skill from them.
I want to say though, some of the path actions do require combat, so that perfectly fits in the realm.
Telling bad jokes, and they're like, let's get them. Great.
Yes, good luck, everyone. Again, a reminder, this is for our first giveaway, which is the 3 standard edition digital codes for the platform of your choice. The game is available on PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, and Steam. And make sure as well that you have your Twitch DMs on. Of course, the game isn't out quite yet, so hang tight, but we'll be in contact with you to make sure that we get you your prize.
Correct.
So be on the lookout for that. We're gonna leave the sweepstakes open for just a few more moments. We're picking 3 winners. I did see that question fly in the midst. It'll be 3 winners for this, and then a little later on, we'll be doing the grand prize.
Grand prize.
The grand prize of the collector's edition, which is
Look at that.
so cool. Like, sorry, I just want to. It's amazing. It's available for pre-order on the Square Enix store, so definitely amazing.
Yep. And if you're just joining again in the collector's edition, you get the battle CD
So cool.
tracks, and then also you get the Octopath Traveler 2 art album, which has all the art.
It's gorgeous. I mean, we've all been talking all morning long about how amazing this art is. So what a collector's piece for sure. All right, folks, we're gonna go ahead and close the entry period. Good luck to all of our winners. Again, we're picking 3 for this round of giveaways, okay? All right, let's see. Drum roll, please. Don't forget is our first winner. Congratulations.
Woo!
Our second winner is Strawberry Milky. Congratulations.
Good job.
And our third and final winner for this round is Whiskey Peach. Congratulations.
Good job,
Good job,
guys.
everyone. And again, please make sure you have your Twitch DMs turned on. You will be receiving a message from the official Square Enix Twitch channel a little bit later. As a reminder, the game isn't quite out yet, so we'll be sure to reach out and get you your prize once it's time.
Exactly. And don't worry, we still have one more giveaway.
We do.
Again, so
We do.
Stay tuned. We're going to jump into another Traveler.
Yes, we're gonna take a look at another character that I know folks in the chat earlier were kind of excited to see. We're gonna take a look at Ochette. She's very cute.
Oh yeah, adorable, careless hunter who is in the Isle of the Beastlings. Is where she's at. So you can kind of see this sort of intro text into her story.
And I want to point out too, because I know a lot of folks were, asking about, switching characters and recruiting characters and how it all works. One of the cool things, you can play a character's chapter 1 through the tavern. So say you meet a new character and you're like, I want to know your story, but I'm kind of in the middle of this thing right now. So can we come back to it? You can come back to it. You don't have to do it then and there.
Correct. You can move along if you're wanting to get to the next story beat.
Yep.
Or if you are interested in that character's backstory, you can select yes, and then it goes into their prologue, and then it starts all over. But then you'll come back to where you're at, and then off to your adventure.
And of course, for the XP loving person that I am, I do want to point out that items that you gain as well as XP earned during a character's chapter 1 will be added after completing that chapter. So if you do go back to the tavern to revisit it,
again, it will transfer over. So no need to worry.
Yes.
Do everything again. I got to level up. We have actually something that's really cool that we're actually going to need your help. Yes, you in the chat.
Ooh, chat.
So in this game, and that's also different from the previous, is that there's different branches or different choices.
Would you say there's different paths?
Ooh. Yes.
Sorry, I had to. I've been waiting all day
to set that up.
Yeah, I was like hoping. I was like, where is it? Where are we going to get to where I can make an Octopath joke?
So, and that will determine sort of what path you take in the next story beat. So it's opening up again to, I think from the first one, it was more sort of standard of telling the traveler story. And this one, it opens up, so you get to choose.
So what do you think, Donnell? Should we let the chat choose?
We gotta let the chat choose. So in this particular case, we need to pick a companion. We have the 2 that you see here, and they each have different abilities.
Okay.
And so one is more physical, the other one's more magical. The magical is the owl, and the jackal is the more physical. But I would love to open up to the chat to see and vote which companion we should pick.
All right, chat. What do you think? Should we go with the owl for more of a ranged type of friend? Or should we go with the fox for more physical melee type damage? Or the jackal? It's a jackal, right?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Well, sorry. The owl is a malamau.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Correction.
And we've got
La jackal.
La jackal. I just wanted to make sure we had it correctly.
I simplified it just to be owl and jackal.
This is very okay. Chat is saying fox owl. I don't know if it works that way.
I wish I could bring both the companions, but you only can pick one. That is the way.
This is tough. I'm seeing a good mix of both owl and fox.
I don't know. Can we do a poll, or should we just sort of
I'm trying to eyeball it because
Eyeball it
we
a
want to
little
make
bit.
sure our rules are there for folks trickling in because we still have that grand prize giveaway to get through,
True.
of course. I'm seeing more owls. I gotta be honest. I'm seeing more Malamals.
Okay, let's pick the owl.
All right, we're going with it. Look at that.
Arcane blade is the skill.
Ooh, very cool.
And also in Ochette, you'll see after we through this cutscene, her sort of path actions. Of course, you'll see, but in her skills, you can actually capture monsters. that you see. So once you capture them, then your special ability is to use them to then unleash sort of devastating attacks or certain effects. So I always like collecting stuff as much as possible.
Yep.
So I'm constantly just, I got to capture that monster. I'm going to capture this monster. I'm going to, go throughout. There are some, I will say, bosses or monsters you can't capture, and I wish I
I
could
know
capture
everyone's
them all.
asking about the lion. No, in this moment, right?
Right. He's sort of our head chief.
But there's
Can't capture him,
something wrong with LeJackal here.
Oh no,
Yeah.
what's going on?
Whoa. LeJackal is not happy, chat.
Not happy with our choice.
No.
Whoa. What is going on? I think he got really jealous.
Oh, well.
Really jealous.
Sorry, folks. We seem to have made LeJackal mad, but I think we made a good choice with the owl. I think we did.
Yeah. We're sticking to it.
Yeah, we're gonna commit. We're gonna commit. It's gonna be fine. Now, I know we were talking and joking a little bit earlier about path actions and so on and so forth. I do want to mention, of course, your town reputation, which is also in this game. So be mindful of your path actions, of course, because if you fail a path action, it does negatively impact your reputation. So just keep that in mind.
Correct. With my path action being telling jokes, if I tell a good joke, my reputation goes down.
Exactly.
I'm known to telling bad jokes. So I gotta keep that going.
Yes, exactly.
Right now we're after this giant lizard. So time has passed currently right now, and we're on a hunt. We're pretty hungry.
I'm with
it's time for breakfast.
The chat wants to pick the dinosaur. I'm kind of with them. Can we pick?
Well, you know what? We can sort of pick them, as you can see. We're going through the sort of basic of what we've already went through, where you can break their shield, which you'll see once you hit their weakness. Breaks.
Which is a bow and arrow, it looks like.
Yep,
Very good.
She has her bow and arrow. And then, of course, the break and boost system, which you can see right there. And when you are, which you're going to see soon, the effects are so cool. Sorry.
So no,
I feel
it's
distracted
so pretty.
sometimes. I'm just like, amazing on the. That's also like what's increased a little bit of the like emotion of the sprites and more motion in there.
Sure.
So it just adds a lot more elements to bring it more to life, and that's what. It's outstanding. It's outstanding what they've done.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we'll see soon as we're actually going to capture this monster. And a way to capture the monster is to, of course, reduce their health, make them a little bit more weak. There is a percentage of if you're going to be successful in capturing. So, the more damage you do, the higher the percentage. Or if you want to take, Lady Luck on a stroll and try to go for a 20% capture.
We've got a 100% chance right now, right? Yeah.
I would put money on this, that we can do this.
Yeah, we got this.
And boom, we captured it. So technically, we picked the giant lizard.
Yeah, we got the giant lizard in the end.
And that's what's so cool about Ochette sort of gameplay-wise. Is that offers, again, a new way of experiencing the game versus Hikari's or Partitio.
Sure. And so many of the characters that you play, they all have such different abilities. So it really, really is fun. Does Ochette have a limit to how many she can capture? Or is this ability she can continue to use?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Like if there's multiple monsters on the field?
So how it kind of, there is a list. I haven't reached the limit myself, so I still am still building that up. But I was quite surprised how much I can.
Okay. So, very good.
But you bring them out, they'll attack, and then sort of go back and to the side. But it's actually really cool how much you can collect. But There's also her other ability that, unfortunately, when you capture a monster, you can actually turn it into an item. And these items are very helpful. You can either have it where it's meat and you can heal yourself, or have the ability to like boost up your attack. So sometimes, you know, you don't want to. I don't want to turn them into items because I'm like, I want to use them on the field, but I do see how I can maybe get rid of one and then capture it again later.
Let's get back to the village.
Yeah, so lots of different options there for Ochette, for sure. Yes, the owl can talk, Mahina.
Yes.
Very, very cool. We're making our way for the Beasting Village, it
Yes.
looks like.
Yes.
Yeah, the chat is talking about the voice acting. It's fantastic. I agree. I'm with you there.
Yeah, and if people haven't noticed, I don't know if the voice actress who's playing Ochette is Susie Young, who was the voice actress for Yuffie in Final Fantasy
How
VII
fun is
Remake.
that? Look
So
at
it's
that.
great to see her in another role that's still, again, very just careless and cute. It's a really good story. It's a really good character development and the path that you take.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for you guys to try it out. And the demo, again, the demo's available now. So
It is.
please download it. It's totally for free. And
3-hour play limit, right?
3-hour play limit, and you can transfer your save to the full game.
That is one of my favorite things because I mean, I go ham on these demos, right?
Yeah.
So being able to transfer your progress over to the full game is really great.
Correct. We want you to try out all the travelers, pick which one that's your favorite before actually starting the real game.
I'm
So,
curious though, chat. So far, for those of you that have had a chance to kind of dive into the demo, who are our early faves? What are we feeling? What are we feeling?
That's a good question.
Yeah. Good old, no, you do not need to play Octopath Traveler 1 to enjoy this game. It's a completely new story, new characters. Of course, we'll recommend you should play the game because it's very fun. But Octopath Traveler 2 is fantastic on its own, and I think you'll really enjoy it.
Yes, easy to jump in. And another thing I want to point out is a new feature when talking about the different travelers is what we call cross paths. And this is where certain side quests you actually can take 2 travelers and have a better interaction of why they're working together, how are they all coming together as a band. As everyone have their own ambitions, but there are parts where you can sort of go on a side quest and then both of them actually are pretty similar what they want. So it's more interaction. Again, it's I feel like I'm a record, but it's just better. And it's something where I believe not only the developers, part of the community, hearing your feedback, they've implemented and heightened the experience that people would want. So
I'm
new
seeing,
fans, old fans,
yeah,
they're gonna love it.
I love that so much. I'm seeing a lot of Casty love in the chat right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nasty love.
But I did see a few folks that are in my circle. Throne, best girl, let's go. She's my favorite. She's so good. I really like Agnia too. I like them all. How do I pick all?
I mean, you play them all. I mean,
Yeah, that is how you pick them all. Yeah, you literally, yeah.
Don't worry, you're gonna go for it. But yes, there are the favorites that you're like, I want to try this one first. I saw somebody in the chat that said Throne as well.
Yeah.
And she's going straight to Mother. So.
Oh, okay. I
again,
went to a different path, so we'll have to check in later and see how that goes.
We'll see how your guys' experience, because I think Catherine's going after Father. So
Yeah.
we'll see how it all comes together.
Temenos, I like Temenos too. Temenos is interesting. I think there's a lot more to Temenos than meets the eye.
Correct.
And
He's
that's all.
speaking truth, but maybe there's something more that he's hiding. I think for me, I'm pretty like Hikari. It's just the warrior way. I just love just his effects and be able to get all the skills again and use them and just show off just the epic battles that I like doing.
Got some Oswald love in the chat as well.
Yes, Oswald is out for revenge for Harvey.
So the monster that we just caught, as you just saw,
there.
able to bring it out in battle, which is very, very cool. So again, like you really can use these different skills that each of the characters have to your advantage. Obviously, we've got a pretty good head start here against this foe. So good job, Lizard.
Yeah, great job. And you also can use of course, your companion, the owl, to do some really cool attacks as well. And of course, since we picked the owl, it's more on the arcane magic sort of attack versus the jackal.
Sure.
I saw somebody in the chat that asked a question. They were a fan of the old school Final Fantasy pixel art games. Would they enjoy this game?
Yes, they would, absolutely. 100%. I mean, Donnell was mentioning this earlier too. The Octopath Traveler is such a love letter to, I think, the games that we all grew up with, right? And it's so beautiful and just really fun to kind of revisit that turn-based style fighting sequences, the pixel art, but done in a current style. It's wonderful. It makes me happy.
Yeah, no, and the team behind it is also a huge old school Final Fantasy. The composer Yasunori Nishiki was influenced by Final Fantasy 4 and 5. Like that's what he grew up on, and so you're gonna love again the music that's being played. He really wanted to bring that and have it where these tracks you can hum it in your mind, which I think I was doing before the live stream was on, just humming it because it's so well done. So the team behind there is a fan. This is the perfect for classic JRPG fans.
Here we go. Here's the prepare that Ochette can do. Yeah.
We got to prepare.
We got to talk about it. Yeah. Oh no.
Giant lizard. So I think that's enough to feed for everybody, right? Let's get into it.
It looks like we will. Yeah, she can prepare the captured beasts, which we kind of talked about a little bit earlier. They can be used as items, or you can turn them into food. In this case, we're going to prepare to feed the village. It looks like.
Yep. So we get 30 jerky, sort of beef jerky.
Yeah.
We get 30 of them, so that does really well. So we're gonna share one.
Yeah.
Just one though.
Just one.
Ochette's real hungry.
I mean, it looks like that's a pretty substantial. Yeah, it was a big lizard, so that is definitely.
A good smell too. But don't worry. Again, we can capture more monsters.
Yeah.
And we can build it up.
We definitely can. I saw a question in the chat earlier, just to clarify on the monsters that we catch. You can use them multiple times in battle, right? Up until you turn them into an item, or
correct.
Yeah,
correct.
okay.
I think in the previous scene, you saw that Ochette, Christian was using the lizard multiple times.
Exactly.
And again, different monsters have different attacks, so it's not always a physical. It can be magical. It can just be effects. You can just slow down the enemies.
So certain monsters might have a different advantage towards your enemy depending on who you're fighting against.
Correct, and how you sort of combine your list of monsters can really help you in the battle way.
Yeah, Ochette's a really fun character. I think that there's a lot of customization, right? Just with how you can, capture the monsters and what you choose to do in battle. I think there's a lot of fun that can be had there.
Yep.
Well, without going into any spoilers, I know I've seen this question a few times about the travelers interacting.
Right.
Without going into any spoilers, you do meet several of the travelers on your path throughout the game. Correct. So I think that's the safest thing we can say.
It is the safest. What I can say is what I think there's more interaction from the previous title. And I think I've heard it from the community that they just wish that these travelers can be more interactive, why they're sort of banding together.
Yeah.
And it is very difficult to sort of balance everybody has their own adventure, but also how do you kind of bring them all together and why they're working together as well. So there is interaction between the travelers, and then again, there are sort of those cross paths where you can take two of the travelers on a particular mission to develop the story a little bit more.
Yeah, it's really fun when that happens, when you sync up with a fellow traveler, and I'm like, oh, cool, I want to know about their story. Like, let's go, hop on the bus.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's very, very fun. I've recruited Temenos so far in Throne's journey.
Okay.
But I'm kind of very slow because I'm trying to level them up like crazy for some reason. Like I just have it in my head that I can't leave this area until I'm like, level 99. All right, let's go.
Yeah, I get that feeling. You want to just go in there and just on that boss and not have any fear. You're just gonna be like, come at me.
Yeah. And it's cool too because, you can you know, choose your equipment, of course, in this game as well, your skills, your support skills,
Yep.
your secondary jobs. So there's definitely different ways of beefing up your character.
Yeah. And people who are fans of Octopath Traveler series, the system's still there, right? The foundation, it's still there, it's still solid, and it's just improved. So again, it's that formula that I think is really strong on really helping bringing the returning Octopath Traveler fans something new, and also new players just to be easily to jump in and figure out why Octopath Traveler 1 sold over 3 million copies.
That's
Like,
amazing.
there's a reason for this. It's an amazing game. So this is the title.
Yeah.
So right now, I think we are at the different tribes. We have the humans,
Okay.
and the beasts, the beastlings. So right now, there's sort of there was a little bit of a heated moment with their people trying to take more food, which that wasn't the agreement.
We only gave them one.
You know,
We gave them one. I was there. I saw it. We gave them one of our 30. We have some to spare, Ochette. We do.
Well, she is the one that captured the lizard.
That's
true. She's like, yeah, this is for my tribe. But they are now apologizing for that incident with their sort of people coming over trying to steal from their food. But they're asking for a little help. There's a young girl who's stuck, and we have to figure out.
We gotta help.
We gotta help, right?
Yeah.
Or is there something else?
Oh, is there another option? Perhaps. Folks, the giveaway is not open quite yet. I do see some folks trying to enter, but it's not open yet. So hang
Hold
tight.
on.
We'll let you know when it is time. I know I'm just as anxious as you all are about this incredible collector's edition. It's just so, I mean, and the art too. I know we were talking about the characters all hanging out together. The gorgeous art on it is them all hanging out together, which is really, really nice. So I'm with you. But not yet, friends. We'll let you know when it's time to enter. Hang tight. I appreciate the enthusiasm. I love it.
And I'll just also point out, inside that you get the art album. Who's the character designer is the Naoki Ikushima, who created all the character art in the character designer. So I'm gonna show just a little preview.
A little sneak.
Of a sneak.
And of course, there's also the bust.
My boy.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, Hikari's pretty cool. He's pretty cool.
Then also
And the bust figurines as well of the characters.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. We'll take a look at those a little later here.
Yeah.
For sure. And it is available for pre-order on the Square Enix store. So for those of you that are interested, definitely check it out. Definitely check it out.
So Ochette has volunteered to save a little human child.
Good job, Ochette. That was the right choice.
Juba is very cautious. He's like, oh no. But you're so kind.
Yeah.
You're so kind, Ochette.
It's not important now. I think
No, exactly. She wants to help. I think it's great.
and my heart tells me to save that girl.
Now, Ochette's path actions. Obviously, you know, we've kind of gotten to see her capture ability out in the wild. Can you tell us a little bit about her path actions that we can see?
Yeah, so in her path action, she can sort of, again, what you saw earlier, capture the monster and turn it into an item. And then pretty much give that to somebody, whatever they need. So that's one of her path actions. And I believe the other one, 'cause again, there's so many, I'm trying to remember again what her path actions were. Give me a moment.
In the meantime, we're gonna make for the tomb. Kind of sounds suspect. We can take a look here. We can provoke. That's her daytime one. Yeah. So provoke, basically you will battle them, right? And then, you know, you can see though the strength level, and as we were talking about earlier, your reputation in the town will suffer if you fail. But I do want to point out though, you can go back to the tavern and you can restore your reputation, but for a fee.
Hey up. So as you can see, we're doing right now provoke. We're testing our monster skills. We're gonna swoop in with the owl. full of arcane magic.
Yeah, very cool. Very, very good.
My prey awaits.
Yeah, I see a lot of folks excited about Ochette. I agree, she's a lot of fun. Yes, the Octopath Traveler 2 Collector's Edition is available only on the Square Enix store. So definitely get those pre-orders in, check it out. It's gorgeous. Like, I just, like, can it just, like, be a part of it, like, the whole day?
You can have that one. Also, I think I saw in the chat a little bit before, you actually can travel by boat. So I think we showed a little bit of the
We did,
but
yeah.
there is a giant boat that you can travel and also customize. So
Ooh.
you got a little bit of your style in that boat. And that sort of, in this new world, Solistia, there's like 2 continents. And it's sort of separated by this giant sea, and that's how you sort of travel from one continent to the other to, again, meet up with more travelers, explore new dungeons, new areas. That, of course, is
More treasure chests to find.
More treasure chests to discover and level up. So just want to sort of point that out. Again, that's something new in the series that you can sort of explore more than just your own 2 feet. You know,
Yeah, that's
you
very,
actually
very
travel
fun.
with other means. And this is like a different era too. The settings from the first one was more 13th, 14th century European sort of style. This one is the dawn of like the steam engine era, which is like the 17th century industrial type of era. So this is, again, you're gonna see just more in other people's travelers, like a city, a booming city. You're gonna see one where there's a steam train, and it's just like a different world, and it's amazing just how it looks.
It's great. It's so fun. I mean, I feel like a broken record a little bit just going on about the graphics, but even like the world that it, like the set, the areas that we're exploring are just so well designed.
Yeah, it's very vibrant, right? And it looks amazing on any of the consoles too. PlayStation, Switch, or Steam, it's all gonna look wonderful.
Question from the chat. Is your first character locked until you beat their story? Do you have to play through a character's story before, like you can't, can you switch to someone else and then go back to your other character?
Yeah, so how it kind of, what I would say is like, let's say you pick Hikari and you're playing through his story beat and you're like, actually, you know, I'm not really feeling Hikari at this moment. What you could do is go back to the title menu and, you know, start a new game and then select another traveler that you sort of explore, or if you want to get outside of their prologue, then you can see where the other travelers are and then go to where they are and then recruit them, and then that's when you start their storyline again.
Right.
Either way, normally I think I just went back to the main again.
Sure,
Start
yeah.
over again.
Yeah.
And then like, oh, I love Ochette this time, and I'm sticking with her.
Sure.
And then from there, I build up my other travelers. So I think that's how
Okay.
I would approach it, but of course,
Sure,
it's up to
yeah.
you guys.
No, and that's kind of the cool thing. Yeah, you really can play it how you want to play it. And as I mentioned too, like if you did skip if you met a character, you recruited them, but you skipped their chapter 1, you can go back and experience
Correct.
it. Go to the tavern, and all of your experience and any items that you might have gotten will transfer back over if you jump back over to the other character.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So it's not too locked into
Yeah.
place. But yeah, you can't just easily like, oh, I'll just go back to the main menu and then
Sure.
or like to the world map and then switch over to somebody else. So right now we're in the dungeon right now. We're fighting some, we're gonna try to capture a monster. 75%. Let's see, and we can get boom. I was like,
Nice.
and if you make it into you can make that monster into a salad. So
Oh,
I don't know if I would eat a monster.
a monster salad?
Monster salad.
I mean,
but
sure.
to each its own, right?
Yeah, look at
Look at
that. This one has a cool skill. Restore health. I mean,
That is a great ability to have.
yeah,
So,
I would hang on to it a little bit. I don't know, Christian, what do you think?
Not a fan of the salad. Definitely.
You're a fan of the salad?
Definitely.
there's also an option, if you saw there in the menu, that you can have it automatically, where if you defeat a monster, there's a 25% chance you can just capture it.
Oh,
So
okay.
you don't have to, select the menu. You can just beat monsters and then just see which one you captured. You can disable that, so you're not just collecting all these monsters sometimes.
There you go.
That's my preference, is that I can just disable it. So again, in the settings, you can change and have it your way of how you want to play the game.
Question from the chat. Are there other ways to increase your reputation other than provoking or choosing certain pathways?
Not that I know of.
Okay. Of course, obviously, if you flub your reputation, you can go back to the inn.
And then
But increasing, I believe it's based on the path action.
being successful.
Yeah. Exactly.
This is a problem.
Good questions. Good questions, chat. I hope for those of you that have been tuning into the stream but haven't tried the demo yet, that we've encouraged you to give it a try. You do get 3 hours of gameplay, which is really, really cool, and your save data does transfer over to the full game.
So we have this. We found the lost girl. Her skill is to cheer on. So she'll heal you,
That's nice.
and we'll
Little
give her
motivation.
you know, she's really scared. So what do?
Give them some food.
Give her some food. When you're scared, nice little beef jerky.
I feel like I can relate to Ochette in these ways.
So adorable. See, nice and yummy.
That's the quickest way to a person's heart, by the way. A hunk of jerky. Ochette knows. It makes everything better. She just said it. She just said it.
I saw in chat someone's like, I'm really tempted to download the demo. Go for it.
Do it. Now's the time.
Now's the time. Totally free.
3 hours of gameplay.
PlayStation, Switch, Steam, whatever.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Your save data does transfer.
Yep.
As long as you get the full version of the game that's in the same version of the demo that you played. To clarify.
In the chat, someone said, Ochette is my spirit animal. Catherine, I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
Would be
yeah.
spirit
I
animal.
she kind of is. She kind of is. I like food.
Watch out, Throne. You might
No, Throne will always be my number one girl.
Okay,
you know,
no
yeah,
one
yeah.
can
No
replace
one,
that.
no one can. Well, I haven't finished her story yet, but as of right now, she's pretty cool. How long is the game's main story? That's a great question.
Yeah.
Like if you're just sticking with one character, going all the way through, kind of thing.
It's always difficult because it's always like, you know, I want to say if you did everything and, you know, you
Yeah.
took Catherine living up to 99, it's going to be beyond 60 hours. You're going to probably put like over 100 hours into that. If you, obviously, for people who may have just joined, there is option where you can skip the cutscenes. You can fast forward. We're not going to do it now so you guys can enjoy it, but in the battle, you can also speed it up by 2. So, you know, you can really power through the game pretty quickly and complete it, of course, with those fellow speedrunners out there. I would say, on average, though, it's probably between 40 to 60 hour game.
Yeah, I would say,
It's just like a good
yeah.
range of like an average playthrough.
Yeah.
But for me, it's going to be beyond 60.
I was gonna say, yeah. For me,
Like-
we're talking like 100 probably.
Yeah, I'm gonna the beauty of it is like you want to explore every bit of it.
You really
know?
do.
And it's very, what's also new too, it's very like vertical, so you can kind of explore behind things, go up ladders.
Yeah, there's more dimension
Yes.
than in Octopath Traveler 1, for sure.
Exactly. And that
You can climb ladders.
yeah, climb ladders.
Yes.
confirmed. So yeah, it's just there's so much more in this game that I think people will. It's definitely going to see when they explore everything in this world. They're going to be like, oh wow, I can do this. I can go here. There's a treasure chest here. Yes, and you know, tons of monsters you can capture. Like I'm just that's the ideal playthrough for me.
Absolutely. The game does officially come out on February 24th. I did see a couple folks asking about that. Yes, February 24th. We're almost there. A few more weeks.
Yes, it is coming fast. So we're super excited. Pre-orders are available now. So I think if you do pre-order now, you get some sort of bonus items. You get the travel provisions, which is a couple like healing items and packs, and then you also get some gold just to start off really well once you beat chapter 1. So
Chat has noticed something fun about the spelling of Octopath and our characters' names.
of course.
Yes, of course. That's a repeat from Octopath Traveler 1.
Yep, absolutely.
So all of the characters' names do spell out Octopath, which is really fun.
Yeah.
Really
you
fun.
can play which character in any order of the letters. You don't have to start with Oswald, O,
Yes.
you know, or Cassie's the next one. You know?
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely.
So right now, I think there's like something's happening in the village. And we're gonna explore a little bit.
Oh, this is a pretty good question. Just then, Christian, when you attack the creature, the counter above their head, if you boost for multiple attacks, are you able to target more enemies? So can you do like an AoE type move, or are AoE type moves completely separate than when you can boost? Boost only makes the current attack stronger, correct?
Yes, I believe. So with her attack, she has a special ability where she'll shoot like 4 arrows, and you can pick which enemy you attack, and which you'll see coming up.
Oh, yeah.
As you can see that disgusting abomination.
Yeah.
That's really threatening the village currently right now. So we're about to hit a boss battle. And one of her attacks, you can pick and choose who to attack. So it can be 1 enemy 4 times, or you can do 2, and then the other 2, 1. It's sort of open to your ability, and it is something where every traveler has different AoE, or you can select it, or it's just single, and it'll let you know when you're selecting your skill what you can do. Sometimes it says you can unleash 2 attacks on 2 enemies, or up to a single foe, or hit everybody. So
I hope that answered your question there.
Yeah, hopefully
it did. This doesn't look good. If this monster wants a jerky, we can give you a jerky, sir. Like
I think he wants
I come in
more than
peace.
jerky. I think he's trying to hurt the villagers, not no more.
All right. I think we got it. We got to take on this boss fight. We can take on the boss fight, right? Okay, great. We're going to take on the boss fight, folks.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, chat. We need some major hype for Christian on this boss fight.
Yep.
This is a tough foe.
Don't lose, Christian.
Yeah,
okay,
don't
we
lose.
discovered his weakness, which is the
Axe, okay.
So he's going to do a little boost attack, and then boom, his shield is broken, so he's currently vulnerable. So he's going to use Thunderbird. 15 damage. Yep, another weakness.
Wow, we're finding the weaknesses very quickly here. We've got the axe, we've got the lightning magic.
What else could he's thinking? What should I do?
Ooh.
At this point, I'd be like, can I capture?
I know. Yeah, I was gonna say, can I
I
capture it?
already tried. You can't.
Darn.
Oh look, our little salad monster helped heal. So.
Yeah, I knew salad monster would come in handy. Oh, nice. Broke it again. Good job.
Big damage.
No pressure or anything. I know the music is so good right now.
Yeah.
It is.
The collector's edition is in here.
It is. The battle tracks are, yes, exactly.
So that's the sample.
I love it.
Oh no.
Oh, we've got some ads.
Yep.
We've got some ads here.
So here's the, when he boosts right here, you can see where he can select who he wants to hit. So all those have 1 point. And if, look at
So good.
Dynamic camera movement. It breaks them. And so that is sort of one of the skills that you can do. Again, there's other skills that just hits all the enemies or just a single foe.
Very, very cool.
And that was only possible because of his boost attack when he boosted it. So again, there's so much strategy into your attack.
Yeah, you definitely want to use your BP at certain points in the battle, right? Like you really want to get the most of it for sure.
So right here, you see he's about to unleash a very deadly attack. Right now, we're low in health, so we need some help. We ate some
Where's our salad?
We ate some beef jerky. You can also use the item.
Yeah, we do have. We have
use
plenty
salad.
of beef jerky for everyone in the chat as well. We got you.
It's pretty intense, but that was the moment where he was powering up his ultimate move.
Yeah.
If you break his shield, it stops it, and now it sort of resets. So again, sometimes you kind of want to not always like hit his shield immediately. Sometimes you want to be like, maybe I should lower the shield points a little bit and wait until he's about to give out that darkness aura, So. This intense dark storm.
Our health.
Oh,
This is a well-timed question from the chat. Do we eat or drink the healing grape?
I believe you eat it.
Okay.
I don't think we.
Yeah, it's a grape. We eat the grape.
Pop it in your mouth.
There you go. That was scary though. We got down to 21 HP.
Yeah, this is pretty intense. The bite down. Oh my god.
I think I have faith in Christian. Christian will one-shot this boss. Who's with me?
This boss is really tough.
And I believe in him. We've got the power of grapes and jerky by our side.
Let's see if it's enough.
I believe.
Oh no. Looks like it's just not possible. It's tougher than what we thought.
What's that?
No, I think we're on the right path.
Good to hear. Me too.
It's great.
Latent power.
This is
Someone
the-
actually was just asking about latent power,
Well,
so let's
now
talk about
You're
it.
gonna see it. The latent power sort of builds up outside of your battle point. Every time you get hit, you kind of see it flash in the top right corner. It builds up with this this ultimate attack that you can use, and which hers is Animal Instinct. Right now, he's gonna heal before unleashing it, so he doesn't die.
Smart.
Smart.
Yeah, let's not. He's got to one-shot this. It's going to happen, I believe.
And so once you see it, you have choices in her, so you can use different attacks. Look at that. Just
Very cool.
And you can also use the boost to do a latent power, so it's even more devastating on the attack and more dynamic in the effects. So that's why I also love to kind of build up. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just going to do my ultimate move plus ×4.
And you can see, for those of you that are wondering, where am I looking at the gauge for this? It's right above the HP bar on the top right of the screen. You can see Ochette, it says BP, that's the break points, and then the circle that's to the right of that is our latent power gauge.
Over here. Let's go.
So
I saw
keep
somebody
an eye for
says,
that.
I want to buy 2 copies. Definitely go for it, but
Please.
you only need 1 if you want to experience.
Well, what if I want
You
8?
can give it to somebody else. spread the news. Octopath Traveler 2 is amazing.
For those of you that are asking, Octopath Traveler 2 will be available on February 24th, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, and Steam.
Mm-hmm.
So very, very fun.
Uh-oh, we're not looking good.
No, we're going to be fine.
Might-
It's
this
going
might
to
be
be
it.
okay. No.
Oh, here we go.
Oh.
×4. Look at this.
You know what? I'm shocked. I would have healed myself. You are brave.
Oh.
Oh, no. Oh. Well, folks, we, of course, would never end things on that sort of note. We do have our final giveaway today, folks, our grand prize. And this is the perfect opportunity to talk about that and get excited about that. Christian, you did great.
Yeah,
Thank you.
great job.
Folks, our grand prize giveaway is the collector's edition. We are only giving away 1. This thing is incredible. We're going to show it off one more time. To enter, it's #sweepstakes. For a full list of rules, type !rules in the chat and click that link. Let's get those entries in. While we talk about this collector's edition, what is in the collector's edition?
So we have the Octopath Traveler 2 art album, which has the character art by Naoki Ikushima, and then we have the Battle Tracks CD.
And so many of you were commenting on the battle music. You
Yes.
can listen to it. Here it is.
Right here in the collector's edition by Yasunori Nishiki, who's the composer, and he was the composer
Wonderful
for the
music.
first game.
So good.
He's back and doubled up the music to, I want to say, 13. Like the dial is just increasing.
It's so good. Volume all the way up. Volume all the way up.
All the way up and on your
It
right.
also comes with the bust
Yes.
statues. All 8 of our characters. We can take a closer look at those.
Yep. Right over
There they are.
Yep.
I would hold them and show them off, but I think they get blurry when I go over there. So, but there they all are.
Yes.
They're absolutely gorgeous.
And that's a live shot. That's not a picture.
Yeah,
So
that's really them.
it's really them.
I'll grab one in the next shot so you'll know. Don't you fret.
Stepped up.
Yeah, don't worry about it, folks. Yeah, they're real. They are here. So you can get an idea of the size of
Yep.
them.
Hold it in your palm.
Of course, I grabbed Throne because, reasons. She's the best. All right, friends. It's time. We're going to close the entry period.
Is this it? They're
This is it.
closing it?
I know.
my
There's so
God.
many entries in. Good luck, everyone. This is such a cool prize. We're so excited to be giving one away. And for those of you that are interested in it, it is available on the Square Enix store.
Yep.
So definitely get those pre-orders in. All right, we're going to close the sweepstakes.
Close it.
And we're gonna drum roll, please, for our grand prize winner.
Here we go.
Galactic Mr. E, congratulations. Is there a Galactic Mr. E in the chat?
Galactic.
Congrats to our grand prize winner. For those of you that won any of our prizes today, please make sure that you have your Twitch DMs turned on.
Yep.
You will be receiving a message from the official Square Enix Twitch channel a little bit later. As a reminder, the game doesn't come out till February 24th. So you won't be able to get to play the game until then, but we'll definitely be in touch to make sure you get your prizes.
The demo's out, so if you want to play it,
The demo is out.
you can play that now.
It is.
And then once February 24th comes around, that's when the full game gets released, and then you can go and explore everything that's new in the game.
So excited for that. Folks, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Christian, Donnell, thank you so much for your knowledge and expertise and sharing this game with all of us. So excited to be here today. Thank you all for hanging out with us, and we hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and enjoy the Octopath Traveler 2 demo, which is now available.
It's now out. Thanks, guys.
Take care. See you next time.
Bye.
It is our purpose to extend a helping hand to all those in need.
I know what I want. I want to be free.
But I ask you, do you not wish to know the truth?